think that this new one is better than the cartoon. Personally, I don't think children will like it as good. I think children would like the cartoon better, because the cartoon's a little simpler. It's a little more animated. Like, all the characters are very animated. Awesome. Like, happy faces and stuff, while this new version is a little darker. A little bit. Not much. And it had those strong feelings that maybe a kid won't really, connect with as well. So I think that they made this for the people who turned 25 this year that loved it when you were going, or, anyone that turned, loved it as a kid. You want a new version. This is the new version. This is the adult version. Adults, in quotes. Like, yeah, you don't really need to be an adult. So I'm going to say I like the new one. I like the new one better. I wouldn't like the new one as much as I did without the old cartoon one and without the beautiful, amazing songs that they did back in 1991, which those songs obviously have been holding up throughout this 25 years. Everybody keeps searching them on iTunes, everything. So I think they're winning because they did not just take those songs, but they took them, they added more amazing songs, and they're like, boom, we're throwing it all together. We're making it epic. And I think as long as you know to just kind of let that happen, like let these songs transform a little to be in this new version, I think everyone will love it. If you love Beauty and the Beast, the first one, you'll love this one even more. It's kind of the point.
I think you kind of took the words out of my mouth, and I will definitely probably add that, while, yes, the modern day version is a little bit more, I guess more for not only teenagers but also adults and kids. The kids version, I think that kids would definitely enjoy the 1991 version because it's, like you said, it's a little more simple. It's a little more happy-go-lucky, fun-loving. But you hit the nail definitely on the head. Is that without the original, without them being like the I'm trying to remember the right word that I'm thinking, the standard bearer or the placeholder, then we wouldn't have anything to really compare that to when it comes to this version. It's just so very well done, and I think that if honestly a lot of these characters in the newer version are basically showing tribute to who set the bar for them back in 1991, they're doing an amazing job at that. I mean, a lot of people, I already know a lot of people are just like, oh, Hermione is Belle and Obi-Wan Kenobi is Lumiere. It's kind of really interesting to see them in a different role, but also seeing them, just paying homage to those people that, they probably watched as kids or be like, oh, I remember as a kid, watching this, and now, fast forward to almost 25 years later, now it just feels like, it's like a dream come true that you get to play, Lumiere, you get to play Cogsworth, you get to play Mrs. Potts, you get to play the Beast, you get to play Belle. It's just one of those things where I think it's one of those movies that's hard for them to just look at and think, I probably wouldn't enjoy this role. They probably had that such major part of them as a kid, thinking, oh my gosh, I remember watching this and thinking, I would love to be a part of that. I'd love to be this person. I mean, geez Louise, Ewan McGregor, if he didn't have it in the back of his head that, he would love to play Lumiere as a kid, I have no idea what his childhood was like then. No offense, Ewan McGregor, please don't kill me. But, do you want to refer to the books that you were talking about? Because I know before the show, you were trying to get 5 books down, and you just...
Yeah, I was scrolling through my many Beauty and the Beast themed books, and I tried to pick 5 that were not all X-rated.
X-rated? Was there bestiality in there or something? Jeez Louise.
What? No.
Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me.
So most of these are safe for young adults. I'm laughing. I'm blushing really bad right now. Okay, the first one was one of the first retellings of Beauty and the Beast I've ever read, and it makes me cry. So it's called A Bed of Thorns and Roses by Sandra Allen Carr. And we'll put all these in the description so that if you're interested in reading a good book that has the Beauty and the Beast theme, you totally can. Another one, definitely young adult, is Beastly by Alex Flynn. There's a movie called Beastly that is based on the book. It sucks. Read the book because the book is actually good. and the beast is actually a beast, not Frankenstein. Another one is Of Beast and Beauty by Stacey J. And all these are a little different. Like, this is another young adult read. Beautiful Beast by Cindy C. Bennett. Another kind of modern-day retelling where the beast is more of a kid that has a scar on his face and stuff. And then this one is X-rated. So if you're not into like explicit romance novels that have some sexual intercourse in them, do not read this book. You'll be very upset. So this is How Beauty Met the Beast by Jack Screen, and there are 2 other sequels to this one, and all of them are on audiobook too, guys. So if you're into that. But no, those are all awesome books. I 5-starred all of these. If you like the theme of Beauty and the Beast, if you liked the more adult version of Beauty and the Beast and you want to kick it up a notch, I would say check these out. They're not all like actual like furry beast creatures, but they're more modern day retellings that you could possibly see in today's world. And I think that's one of the things people love about Beauty and the Beast is how romantic and beautiful the love is, and all of those books transcend that love.
Definitely, and like she said, we will definitely have the books in the description, whether you're checking out our Facebook fan page, of course, facebook.com/ChangeTheFUp1776, or even some of the stuff that I share on a lot of the many groups, including our sister group, that being Elite Ringside Network. Go check out the Facebook fan page there, ER Network 24/7, which is also the Twitter handle, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm definitely sure about that. So now we go on from that to so many endless plugs that we have for things that are coming up for each of us. I know that for VicTori Belle, she's got a busy month coming up in April, as well as I just realized this past Monday, ER Network is definitely going to have a busy month of April as well. But let's get right into your plugs, your stuff first, and then I'll get into mine. So by all means, what is going on in April for VicTori Belle?
Cool. Geez. April 7th through the 9th is St. Louis Wizard World. I'll be there with my Kaz family, and I'm excited to kind of just go for fun and just enjoy the time there. Then I believe it's April 14th or 15th. The next weekend after that is Indiana Comic-Con. It's different than Indie PopCon. Indiana Comic-Con, myself, VicTori Belle, and the Age of Geeks, including Rob Fury and Ken, a few of the main members of Age of Geeks, are going to be judging and hosting the costume contest at Indiana Comic-Con. So that'll be really exciting and fun. Then the weekend after that, I'm joining Age of Geeks again for C2E2 in Chicago. We'll be in Cosplay Corner. We'll have a huge table doing live art on Rob Fury, which live face paintings, stuff like that. Probably some live actual art too, where we'll have people from the International School of Comics possibly be able to come and draw some of the costumers in 15 minutes, which will be really cool. It's quite a task, and they get it done, and they do so well. If you guys have followed me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see some of the drawings they do in under 30 minutes. It's crazy. And then the weekend after that is Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City. I'm going to attempt to be there. I'm not for sure if I'll be able to yet, but did I say Planets? I said Planet Comic-Con, right?
Yeah.
I said the name. But yes, it's Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City, Missouri / Kansas City, Kansas. Right on the border of each. And I would love to be there. It's just really far, and I'm going to attempt, but if I don't make it, I'll do something else to entertain. But I'm really excited. A bunch of stuff is happening. Filming for Ginger Man is happening. There's just too much going on in April that if you guys don't follow my Instagram or Facebook yet and you want to find out about all these cool cons and all these cool indie films that are being filmed around the Chicagoland area, please follow me on Instagram at VicTori Belle Cosplay, and follow me on Facebook at VicTori Belle, or if you need to search it, it's the same at VicTori Belle Cosplay. And my Twitter also gets thrown out there, so at VicTori Clark 04. Don't know why I did it that way, but I did.
Well, you could always change it, but that's your prerogative. So, so of course, you can always follow me on Twitter at Nate Effing Great. So much going on for us in the month of April, of course. That, of course, being right off the bat, first and second is going to be WrestleMania weekend. It's going to be insane. We'll be talking about NXT TakeOver Orlando for that Saturday, as well as WrestleMania for April 2nd. On the 15th will be the Stevens Point show, Boiling Point, for Wisconsin Pro Wrestling, which definitely got to throw this plug in there, you guys. The next few weeks, our buddies over at the Smart Money Podcast are going to be doing interview after interview after interview for people that are a part of Wisconsin Pro Wrestling starting tomorrow. So, guys, check that out. It is on SoundCloud.com/Smart Money Podcast, if I remember correctly. So definitely check that out. I will also be retweeting that and resharing that with you guys on our Elite Ringside Network fan page, as well as on the group page, even on my own personal page. I'll even mention that to you guys. The 22nd is going to be, again, another big-time deal, in which will be the ACW Water City WrestleCon, in which it is a very, very packed show with a lot of special appearances. People who are already advertised for this, Vicky Guerrero, Carlito, Mr. Anderson, Kevin Thorne, Swago, El Torito, as well as WWE Hall of Famer Bret the Hitman Hart. It's going to be an amazing show. Definitely go check it out, you guys. Get your tickets while you still can. Of course, guys, we also have an incredible week going into WrestleMania week. So for tomorrow, be sure to check out Smart Money Podcast on every Thursday. Again, they've got interviews going like up the wazoo like crazy for WPW Boiling Point again on April 15th. Friday, again, will be another edition of What Did I Just Watch? Now, obviously, we covered Beauty and the Beast today, so I will actually be covering a couple other movies this past week, including an older version of Doctor Strange, which I think you guys might be interested in hearing. So on Saturday, we'll be Slack Off the Show, a new show that we picked up a couple of weeks ago, so definitely go check that out, especially if you're a part of like the nerdy, more gaming deal. It's definitely something that I would recommend. Sunday, of course, will be the day that I go with my fellow co-host Max Beatty, and we're going to go see Power Rangers the movie, so possibly expect a review show on that day. If not, we'll be again on the 7th. Not the 7th, what am I thinking? The 31st of March. Jeez Louise, getting my dates all mixed up. Again, next week, Monday is, of course, Raw Reaction with myself and AJ Jensen. Please, Spencer, get the name of the show right. It's not Raw Review. Oh my gosh, please, sir, before I decide to smack you one. Tuesday is, of course, Smack Talk with Max and Spencer. Next week, Wednesday, of course, is another edition of Change the F Up with myself and my lovely co-host, VicTori Belle, in which we are going to be talking about some of the highest grossing movies of all time, so definitely check out that. And as well on that day will be my interview with SoCal Val, in which we will again reignite our rivalry one more time for WrestleMania weekend, so go check that out. Thursday, of course, Smart Money Podcast, and Friday, again, another edition of What Did I Just Watch, in which I will probably be watching some of the higher grossing movies, including Avatar, so be sure to hear about my thoughts on that next week. Oh, and again, WrestleMania weekend is not this weekend, but next weekend, so definitely check that out. It's also WrestleMania week next week with Friday with the WWE Hall of Fame, with the headliner being Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Definitely check that out, you guys, on the WWE Network. Again, we got to thank our sponsors, ajsbelts.com, as well as ProWrestlingCrate.com and Satchel Podcast Player. We may try to get another branch for our show, Change the F Up, but I'm still working on that right now. So that is it for the plugs. So finally, before we go, one of us reached one of the biggest milestones that you could possibly reach, and that being our co-host, Miss VicTori Belle, has reached 1,000 likes on her Facebook fan page this past week. And if you hadn't known about that, I'm pretty sure you have at least seen it at least once, because I was just promoting that up the wazoo when I was getting my hair done. It was just like, I got to get this going. We're like so close. They promote this, like, and everybody's just saying liked, and then they show their fan page there, and I'm just like, you know what? Show them goodwill. Gave him a like, gave him a like, gave him a